Take a moment to draw your awareness inwards, maybe even closing the eyes. Check in with yourself. Acknowledge how you're feeling. Become present. Gently bring your awareness back. And begin to start taking a gentle shoulder roll. Maybe 4 or 5 rotations in both directions. Okay, coming to stillness. Take a big deep breath in and float the arms above your head, gazing to the back of the thumbs. And as you exhale, a bit like Qigong, gently press the energy down as you exhale, nice and slowly. Again, a big inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bring the energy down, nice and slow. One more, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, gently release the energy. Okay. And so from here, come forwards onto your hands and your knees. We're going to begin by activating the core. So make sure that the fingers are spread nice and wide and the shoulders are directly in line with your wrists and the knees in line with your hips. Draw the navel in towards your spine, slightly rounding your lower back. And make sure you're gazing to that space between your thumbs, so the back of the neck is nice and long. Okay, set the core and then extend the left leg away from you. You can keep the left toes to the ground, or if you choose, lift the left leg up. And then with the toes, turn your baby toe in towards the midline of your body so that the hips remain level. Because you do find that sometimes when we're not concentrating on that, the left hip will be higher than the right. Okay, maintain that engagement of the lower belly and then extend the right arm out in front of you. Okay, we're going to take 2 breaths here like that. Really keep holding in through the lower belly. And on the next inhale, stretch your arm and your leg away from you. And as you exhale, bring the knee to the elbow, rounding the back, lift your heart. Inhale, stretch and extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. One more, inhale, stretch and extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. And then inhale, gently release, placing your hand and your knee back down. Now if you feel like you need to take a little cat-cow here, just to release your lower back, then please do. Otherwise, we are going to move on to the other side. So re-engage through the core, draw that lower belly in, and then inhale, extend your right leg away from you. Remembering your options, you can keep the toe touching the mat, or you can lift away from the ground, turning the toes in towards the midline, keeping the hips level. Holding in through the core. On your next inhale, stretching the left arm by your ear, reaching your fingertips towards the top of your mat. Also maintaining that engagement in the lower belly. Another full breath cycle here. And then on the next inhale, stretch and extend. Exhale, elbows to knee, round your back. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Last one, inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. And then inhale, gently release back down. Okay, again, cat-cow if you need to, release the spine. And then tuck the toes, scoop in through the lower belly, lift your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Okay, adjust through the feet, stretch out through the legs. Do whatever you feel you need to begin activating the body. Okay, so soften the knees, look forward towards the hands, and then slowly walk the feet forwards, placing them hip width apart. Stay folded over and take hold of opposite elbows and allow the body to hang gently in your ragdoll. Sucking the belly button in towards your spine, allow yourself to simply hang loosely, your head and your shoulders drawing down towards the earth. The back of your neck completely relaxed. Okay, from here, stay folded over, release your arms, and then take your arms behind your back. Okay, and then interlacing the fingers, roll the shoulders open, and extend the arms over your head. So we're beginning to open through the chest. So from here, bending your knees. Bend your knees as if you're sitting down into a chair so that your chest rests against your thighs. Keep the arms as they are, and then lift your chin so you gaze to the horizon, and then slowly pressing into the feet. Bring yourself up, take your time so we don't get dizzy. And once you're all the way to the top, you can release the arms. Give yourself a little shoulder roll again, and we'll begin to work through our sun salutations. Okay. Okay, so feet together, big toes touching, the space between the heels. Firm your thighs so they're nice and strong. And then have a sense of lifting your hips, the top of your hips up towards your rib cage and tucking that tailbone underneath you. So we're engaging nice and strong through the core. Rolling the shoulders, open and down, pause a moment to recenter yourself. And then engaging the core, the next inhale, sweep the arms above your head, gaze to the thumbs, soften the knees, exhale, folding deeply, scoop the lower belly in, let it go. Inhale to your halfway lift, extend your heart forwards. As you exhale, plant hands to the mat, step back to your high plank and gently lower down onto the knees, taking the chest forwards and down. Exhale. Untuck the toes, inhale, baby cobra, roll the shoulders up and back. As you exhale, lower the chest, tuck the toes, scoop your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Relax your neck, and adjust your feet as you need to. Bring them forwards a little. Good, engage through the core. Nice strong through the shoulders. Okay, I can't see either of your fingers, but spread them nice and wide. Relaxing the back of your neck. Gaze towards the navel. Last breath. Soften the knees, exhale, look forwards. Inhale, stepping or jumping towards the hands. Come into your halfway lifts. Soften the knees, exhale, folding deeply. Allow the weight to come into your toes. Engage the core. Inhale, sweep the arms up over your head, palms touch. Exhale, bring your hands down to your heart center. Another one. Inhale, sweep up. Gaze to the thumbs, soften the knees, exhale, scoop the navel in, folding deeply. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to your high plank. And hold here for a moment. So we're going to come into a high plank and do the same as what we were doing just at the beginning, stretching the arms and legs. If you want to modify, dropping the knees down onto the mat. Okay, you can still do the same here with the knees down. But holding here for a moment, bring your weight over the wrists. Engage through the core, lifting the left leg up and back. And then extending that right arm out in front of you. Holding strong through the core. I just want you to hold it for 2 breaths. Okay, and don't worry if you wobble, don't worry if you fall. And then after your 2 breaths, gently set down and reset. Take a moment to reset if you need to. Or we come straight into the left hand side. So keep engaging through the core, lifting the right leg up and back. When you're ready, extending that left arm by your ear. Okay, you'll probably find one side wobbles a bit more than the other. And after 2 breaths, gently set down, tuck the elbows in, exhale to lower. Untuck the toes, inhale, upward facing dog, roll open the shoulders. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Take a moment to reset. Really find length through the spine. Push your hips towards the back of the mat as you find length in the body. Keeping the core nice and strong. The thighs are strong, but the back of the knees are not locked. And your heels are gently drawing down towards the earth. Last breath. Okay, so soften the knees, exhale, look forwards. Inhale, stepping or jumping towards the hands. Come straight into your halfway lift. Extend the chest forward. Inhale. Exhale, scoop the belly in, folding deeply. Let it go. Good. Now bend the knees and lower your hips like you're sitting down into chair pose, which is what we're going to do now. Squeeze the thighs together. As you inhale, raise the arms and the shoulders up. Keep squeezing the thighs together. Move the weight into your heels. Extend the arms by your ears. Tuck that tailbone. Great. You can gaze towards the back of your thumbs. Another full breath here. And on your next exhale, swan diving forwards. Lower your head, folding deeply, chin to chest. Inhale, halfway lift. Extend your chest forward. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back to your high plank. Tuck the elbows in. Exhale to lower. Untuck the toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Engage the core. Lift the hips up and back. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, engage the core. Inhale, right leg lifts. Extend it up and back. And then exhale. Bring the knee in towards your nose. So bring the weight into your hands. Inhale, send the right leg up and back. Exhale, step it forwards, top of the mat. Keep your back heel lifted off the ground. Bend your back knee slightly. And then engage through the core, coming up. Raise the shoulders up to your high lunge. Okay, let's talk through high lunge for a moment.
The front knee is bent and the back knee is bent just a little bit. The back heel is lifted and you're sending the weight through the back heel. Your alignment is ears, shoulders, hips. So draw those top of your hips in so the tailbone tucks under. You might feel a stretch in that left thigh. Then we also need to bring the left hip towards your right knee so that we've got the hips square with the top of the mat. Now there are various different options that you can do with the arms. For instance, we can extend them up towards the sky. You can either keep your gaze forwards or you can raise your gaze to the back of your thumbs. Okay, holding here just for 2 more breaths. Keep drawing that right hip back and the left hip forwards. And then big inhale finally, and as you exhale, fall forward, plant hands to the mat. Step the right foot back to your high plank. Bring all your weight into the hands. Tuck the elbows in, exhale to lower. Untuck the toes, inhale, upward facing dog. Open through the chest, lift the heart. Exhale, tuck the toes, scoop the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Okay, so let's repeat that on the left hand side now. Engage through the core. Inhale, left leg lifts up and back. Exhale, knee towards your nose and bring your weight forwards into the hands. Inhale, send that left leg up and back. Exhale, left foot steps to the top of the mat. Keep your right heel lifted, squeeze the thighs together. Inhale, raise yourself up to an upright position. Okay, lift your back heel. And then same again, hips lifting up, tailbone tucking under, ears, shoulders, hips aligned. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Either gaze forwards or gaze up to the back of your thumbs. Good. Focusing here, another 2 breaths. Okay, when you've completed your 2 breaths, take another big inhale in. And as you exhale, fold forward, plant hands to the mat, step back and take your vinyasa, high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause here. So I'm going to say now, there are going to be a fair few vinyasas. So if you want to skip them, which is completely optional, then just come straight into downward facing dog or child's pose and take a break. Okay, so we're going to continue a little bit more now. Same sort of theory, but adding a bit more in each time. So engage the core, inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, nose to knee. Okay, inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, stepping the right foot forwards. Engaging the core, coming all the way up to your high lunge again. Remember your alignment. So an inhale here to find length through the chest. As you exhale, bring your chest down onto your thigh. Sweep the arms behind you. We're going to do 5 of these. Inhale up. Exhale down. That's 2. Inhale up. Exhale down. 3. Inhale up. Exhale 4. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last inhale up. And this time as you exhale down, plant hands to the mat, step back to your high plank. And keep the right leg lifted so we can do a 3-legged vinyasa. Right leg lifts, exhale to lower down. Place both feet down, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. To the left hand side. Engage the core, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, top of the mat. Back heel lifted. Inhale, raise up. Set your alignment. Right hip forward, left hip back. Exhale, 1. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, 2. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, 3. 2 more, you got it. Exhale, 4. And up. Last one. All the way down. All the way back up again. And then bring the hands to the mat. Step back to your high plank. And how about coming through Chaturanga now? So Chaturanga is where we go down halfway so that the elbows are above the wrist. So you need to lean your shoulders forwards towards the top of the mat. Tuck your elbows in and lower halfway. And at that point, you untuck your toes. Inhale to your upward facing dog. Exhale. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Down dog. Okay, pause here. And now let's add a little bit more. Okay? So this time engage the core. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right knee to left arm. Pause here to 2 breaths. Okay, 2 full breaths in the twist. And then as you inhale, lift the right leg up and back. Exhale, step it forwards. Engage through the core. Inhale, coming all the way up. Okay, find your alignment. And then bring the hands now parallel with the floor. Arms parallel with the floor. You're then going to lift the left arm over the right and then come into your eagle arms. Okay, so eagle arms is where we're wrapping one around the other. The elbows are level with the shoulders. Hold here. Okay, squeeze the elbows together. Feel the stretch across the top of the back. Okay, take a full breath in, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, begin to lean all the way forwards. So far forwards that you feel your left foot lifting off the mat. And extend the left leg behind you. So we're coming into a modified warrior 3. Good. Hold that position, but then release the arms and take them behind you. So we come into the full expression of warrior 3 with the arms behind. Now from here, we're going to gently keep standing on the right foot, but exhale as you bend the right knee, lower yourself down. Inhale, push back up. 3 of these. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, push back up. Last one. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, push back up. And now, bring the hands to the mat in front of you, keeping that left leg lifted. Coming into standing splits. Okay, so standing splits, we have the left leg lifted, but the focus here isn't on how high we can get the left leg. It's actually the focus on folding the body forwards over your right leg. So, with the hands to the mat, we'll find an inhale to lengthen. Exhale, draw the chest forwards and down, and really don't worry about that left leg. You can walk the hands back towards your right foot so that you can find length through the chest. And some people even hold on to their ankle. So they're literally balancing on one foot. Okay, find length. Good. We don't worry about how high we can lift that back leg, simply so that we can keep the hips level. Okay, very nice. One final breath here. You're doing brilliantly, well done. Inhale, look forwards, lengthen, take your hands to the mat. And as you exhale, gently step back with your left foot. Come into your plank position. Tuck the elbows in to lower, take a vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Now, all of that on the left hand side. Gee whiz. Here we go, engage the core. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Take the twist, pause here for 2 breaths. 2 big, deep breaths. And on next inhale, send that left leg up and back. And then exhale, top of the mat. Engage the core. Inhale, raise your body up. You can bring your arms up overhead. And then once you've set your posture, lower the arms parallel with the floor. This time the left arm underneath the right. Bring your arms into eagle arms. Pause here, adjust your posture. Breathing into that space between the middle of the shoulders. Feel the shoulder muscles stretching. Good. From here, slowly bring your chest forwards, leaning into the left foot until you gently raise the right foot off the mat. Turn the toes into the midline. Fix your gaze on something still. And then releasing the arms slowly, extend them behind you. Okay, now we're doing the gentle knee bends. So inhale, bend the knees, lower your body down. Exhale, push back up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, push back up. This is great for the glutes. Inhale, last time, lower, bending the knee. Exhale, push back up. And then coming forwards into your standing split. So gently reach your fingertips towards the mat. So you can have them towards the top as far as you need to. Once we find length, inhale. And then exhale, scoop the belly in. Surrender your chest against your thigh. Taking your gaze towards the navel. And gently walking the hands back towards your left foot. No need to worry about how high your right leg goes. Just think about the forward fold, lengthening through the upper body. Good, very nice. Well done, both of you. Another full breath cycle here. And on the next inhale that you take, look forward, find length. Take your hands to the mat. As you exhale, gently step the right foot back. And then the left. Maybe you want to come into a three-legged vinyasa. And exhale, gently lower yourself down. Last one, I promise. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adjust. And let yourself reset. Ooh, well done. Okay. And then from downward facing dog, look forward towards your hands and then gently bring the knees onto the mat. Okay, and take your knees a little bit wider than the hips. As we're going to come into a posture that we call hero pose. And if your knees don't like this, or your hips don't like this, then we'll do it with one leg, then the other. Okay, so do let me know if it's not good for knees or hip or any part of the body. So we'll take the knees a little bit wider than the hips, and also take the ankles wider than the hips. And then we're gently going to sit down into that space between the legs. And also have a sense of turning your toes inwards towards the midline. Okay, give me a thumb, let me know that you're okay with this. Okay, you can always sit on a cushion if you need to. So this is a position where we're stretching the quads. Okay, so for some people this might be well enough. So if you're one of those people who are getting a nice deep stretch from this, then you can stay here. You can also roll out your calf muscles as well if that feels comfortable for you. Now, to take this stretch a little deeper, we'll bring the hands behind us. Okay, and this is again another stage where you can stay here, just simply leaning back into the arms. Or, taking it a bit further, you can lower down onto the elbows. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit of a stretch in the quads. If not, we can take it one step further and simply by allowing the whole body to lay down. Okay, be mindful of the lower back. Keep the core nice and strong. And allow the breath to flow through the body. Relax the shoulders. Breathing deeply. One more breath cycle here. And then engage the core. Gently tuck your elbows underneath you to push yourself back up. And then onto the hands. And bring yourself to an upright position. And then we're going to come forwards again onto our knees. Into a camel back bend. Okay, so traditionally we do camel is practiced with the knees hip width apart. Personally, I prefer to practice this back bend with my knees a little wider than the hips. So there's no wrong or right way to do this. Another modification or alteration to the way that we do camel pose is to keep the hands on the lower back, or you can bring your fists together. So that's one option. And then some people like to take it a little bit further and reach your hands towards the heels. The really important thing here is core. Now, Diana, if you're comfortable with this, with your other exercises, then go ahead and work within your own comfort zone, because this does stretch the abdominals quite a bit. We do need to keep the core strong. So again, lift your hips up towards your rib cage so the core is strong and the tailbone is nicely tucked under. Okay, so take a big deep breath in, roll the shoulders back, either bring your hands. You can start with the hands on the lower back. Lift from your bra strap region up and then lean the shoulders back. So the back bend's coming from your upper back. And from here, maybe you want to gently slide your hands down to the heels. Lifting your chest up. The really important thing is you lift your heart up towards the sky. Okay, we're going to take 5 breaths here. You can have the chin to the chest or allow your chin to lift up towards the sky. Your choice. And then to ease out of the posture, start walking your hands back up towards your hips and slowly bring your shoulders up. Good. And then we can bring the hands down to the mat. If you want to take counter pose, yeah, let's do that. Let's come into child's pose for a moment. Bring yourself down, stretch out the lower back. Okay, so gently bring your awareness back. Walk your hands back towards the body. And then swing your legs round. And we're going to come into Baddha Konasana. So bring your knees together. And then we're going to open out the knees so that the palms of the feet join together. Then we're going to take the hands to the balls of the feet with the fingers over the tops and the thumbs across the soles of the feet. Okay, press sitting bones down, sit tall, lift through the spine, and then roll the hips forwards as you bring your chest forwards and down. Maybe your elbows
pressing gently on the thighs. Scoop the belly button in towards your spine, but at the same time, sort of extend your heart away from your hips. Forwards and down. Inhale, find length. And exhale, sinking deeper. Shoulders drawing away from the ears. Very nice. If you find yourself and your mind wandering, just make a note and acknowledge your thoughts. And then bring your attention back to the breath. Engage the core, draw the belly button in, take a breath in as you extend the arms, lift your chest up. Pause here to exhale and then gently release. Draw your hands to the knees and gently bring them back together. Okay, then we're going to take your hands behind you and gently lower your back down onto the mat. We're going to come into bridge pose now. So begin by tucking the arms underneath you. Palms flat down onto the mat. Engage your core, take an inhale as you lift your hips up and then roll the arms underneath you a little bit more, perhaps interlacing the hands behind your back. 5 breaths here. Really focus on pushing the arms down into the mat to lift your chest up towards your chin. And after your final breath here, gently exhale to lower. Draw the knees into the chest, give yourself a hug. And let's take a second repetition. So when you're ready, placing the feet back down, tuck the arms underneath you, engage through the core. Inhale, pressing the hips up towards the sky. Roll the shoulders underneath you again. And then extend the arms, press them down into the earth as you lift and raise the chest up. Breathing deeply. Just take a check that the knees are running in line with the hips and not falling out to the sides. You can also visualize pressing the big toe mounds into the earth. Final breath here. And then exhale to lower. Draw the knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Okay. And from here, keep the knees tucked into your chest. And then we're going to cross the legs like you would do if you were sitting down on a chair. So take the right leg and cross it. and come back to center. We're going to swap the cross of the leg, so we're now going to cross the left leg over the right. Lift your feet up off the mat and then take your ankles towards the edges of the mat, reaching your hands down. So draw the knees into the chest and reach your hands towards the outside edge of your feet. If you need to lift your shoulders up off the mat to do that, then that's fine. Just do what you can. And then gently draw the feet towards your shoulders. But also at the same time, you can draw the right hip towards you and the left hip away. So you can deepen that stretch in the left hip a little bit more. Relax the shoulders. Release the grip of the upper and the lower lip. Soften your breath. And now gently release the feet, keep the legs crossed and stretch the arms out to the side. We're going to bring the knees to the right and take your gaze to the left. Completely let go. And now engaging the core, come back to center and make yourself warm and comfortable for Shavasana. Okay, so gently stretch the legs out in front of you. Take them wider than the hips. And maybe gently sway the hips from side to side. And then allow the feet to fall out naturally to the sides of the body. With the arms and the top of the body, just lift the upper body slightly and sweep the shoulder blades underneath you so that they're snuggled into the rib cage, lying flat against the mat. And the arms will gently fall out to the sides with the palms face up. Create space between the ears and the shoulders and gently draw the chin towards your chest. The breath returning to its natural resting breath. Rhythmic and slow. With every exhale, a different part of the body feeling heavy. The back of the head heavy. The cheeks are heavy. The shoulders are heavy. The arms heavy. The hips heavy. The legs heavy. The heels heavy. The tongue heavy. The whole body heavy. The whole body completely relaxed. Absorbing the benefits of your practice. Begin to bring your awareness back, making small movements with fingers and toes, and gently rolling the head from side to side. Taking a deep breath in, floating the arms by your ears, taking a full body stretch. Then draw the knees into the chest, give yourself a big hug. Allowing the body to fall to the right hand side. Pausing there for a moment of stillness. When you're ready, gently returning to a seated position. Once seated, take a moment to observe the mind and the body. And to honour the practice we've shared together, bring the palms to touch, moving them to your forehead. May all your thoughts be peaceful. Lowering your hands to your lips, may the words you speak be peaceful. And finishing at the heart center, may your heart be truly peaceful, and may you carry this energy through the rest of your week. Namaste.